Hello, hello, hello. My name is Noel #Sasseron and Oblivion. Turok. Shadow of Oblivion. A greatly anticipated third game in the series with a long build-up villain. An astonishing intro that promises great things. This is just so incredibly awesome looking and disturbing. And the first boss is fantastic. And like a schmuck, Joshua, the original Turok, gets shot in the beginning of the game while half asleep by one-eyed bandits. Then the different thing is you have two characters. You have the sister who is tall and can jump high and has a grappling hook. And you have the brother who is the other brother who is small and has a small and sniping.
I owe that much to Josh.
Very well. Know this, Josephiah Seed. Once the mantle has been passed, with every day
And
also,
the intro sequence is just really fantastic and all.
you cannot go back.
Great. I love a job with perks.
And you can see the 3D animation. I'm not sure if it looked this bad originally. But yeah.
There's the breach across the street.
So yeah, this impressive Cthulhu-esque tentacle monster has taken over the city, and the police has enacted martial law. Which leaves the brother and leaves the siblings to unknown Oblivion itself. And you quickly realize that this one is a lot more faster than a previous one. Can't jump as high, but he can run twice as fast. Though, other than that, the weapon system has really had no changes whatsoever. And all the gruesome ways to kill someone is still there. From the cerebral bore to the bow, to the shotgun, to the machine gun, to the pistol. And there's also a special super weapon you can unlock if you find all the pieces that's cleverly hidden all over the place. Just like I found this gun. And the soundtrack is okay and all, but it's nothing much to write home about. Just like these demonic puppies that spits acid and dicks. So this time around I have taken a lot more cues from other games. Amongst one of them is Half-Life with approach, with a more cinematic story with the cutscenes and bosses and some puzzles. So finding the way around this game is very easy and is mostly signposted with the life seeds, with those yellow life things. They no longer gives extra life, but each area is a small little space separated with checkpoints.
It's right up here.
Also there's more voice acting, there are more scenes.
Get up to the
But still bloody and brutal. This is right. So every time you die, you just start from a previous checkpoint. And enemies never respawn. So yeah, the beginning section is probably the most awesome it's gonna get. other than that, it is a very mediocre, poor, okay, and fairly okay, a cobbled together shooter.
I better not mess with the police.
Clear the streets.
Yeah, that's the difference. So there are some minor differences between the levels between each character. Unfortunately, there is no PC part of this, but with all the cut content, I'm pretty sure a PC version wouldn't add much in the first place. Mostly because it's just not.
Halt! Deadly force has been authorized.
It's just not all there. But it hasn't great, but it has a lot of enemies. And some clever hidden. Oh, and elevator music. Got to have the elevator music. So, is the game worth playing? Not really. And Oblivion is the most boring. Is the most boring boss ever. It's literally just it's literally starts off as like, oh, it's so epic, so dramatic. We're finally meeting the big bad alien villain that has come from time immemorial. And yes, I am going to spoil it for you.
Cool. Night vision goggles.
It's a leash. It's a bloody body snatching leash. Yeah. Ooh, that's oh. Right, we look at that. A giant dinosaur and that security lasers, right? So it has some neat set pieces. But that just doesn't make up for the fact that this game feels half finished. There is just something missing from the plot. There's a small things that don't really tie together. There's a lot of plot contrivances never know anything about. The cliffhanger sort of ending-ish. It doesn't help that the it does not help that the what am I going to say? Oh yeah. Right, see, there you get a part for the gun, for the super weapon. It doesn't help that the cutscenes are lackluster, and there is like this console of voices that looks cool as all hell, some weird facial mask in a black void. But they amount to nothing. And they just say something about, oh, Yosho can still be saved. Could we tell her? Ah. Why not? There's a dickish couple of elders who thinks we know the better. And yeah. That's Oblivion in a nutshell. Linear as all hell. Made of short sequences connected with checkpoints. And you have two characters to choose from, with some minor difference between what each character has to do. And an excuse plot. And a couple of cutscenes here and there. So is it worth playing? I'll leave you one more Turok. But from a gameplay perspective, the only reason you would care about this game is if you care about Turok. Hell, enemies just even die, they just sort of evaporate into thin air once you shoot them. And the bosses have some tricks, all have some sort of trick to how you're supposed to hurt and execute them. So they clearly put some effort into it. I just didn't put. It seems like they just gave up halfway and put together a bunch of loosely connected areas. The chase while you chase after Oblivion, followed by a couple of time sequences where you get game over if you are moved too slow and have to do it all over again from the checkpoint. Yeah. There's not much to say about it, but the starting premise is awesome. The build-up is interesting. Execution, it's like eating a 10-day-old tortilla with salsa tortilla, or a kebab. Your body will hate you, and it will hurt a lot, and it will definitely not be worth it. I'm your host Sazron, signing out.